نعوذ بالله چشم حسودان که مرد مهر شرطیشان عادت سنوات چه میشم بشه کن مثل عقرب میشه زمانشان نعوذ بالله چشم حسودان که مرد مهر شرطیشان عادت سنوات چه میشم بشه کن.
Today is very special day. We are back in the beautiful Maranjab Desert, but this trip is different. For the first time ever, Darius is going to drive our off-road vehicle through the giant sand dune of Maranjab. No practice, no easy tracks, just real desert driving. Will we make it to the top of the dunes, or will we get stuck in the sand? Let's find out. We are at the Maranjab today, in the Maranjab Desert. We are right at the beginning, still we haven't been in the dune yet. Me, Darius and Kian, we are been this trip together, 3 boys. And look who's driving. Ta-da! Darius is driving. Darius, how's the driving in desert? What do you think? Hard? Are you in 4-wheel drive? And you can see it's so dusty, you can't see in the front at all.
You have to feed the steering wheel.
Hello. Someone's in the back. We're going to see camels today. What's your speed?
50.
It's still as the road. We are not in the desert yet. Actually busy today because it's Thursday and Friday. People usually comes, pick up. The Sattan cars, they can come up to the end of this road, but over there they can hire the 4x4 off-road cars, the buggies, and go on top of the dunes. But they can come, normal cars can come as well. Darius is so sincere. That's his first drive.
This is not my first drive.
That's his first drive in the desert. I mean, yeah. I want to take him right in the dunes and see how he's driving. Good morning everyone, and welcome back to another Pana Adventures episode. We just entered Maranjab Desert and we are heading toward the Caravansary, where we will meet the rest of our convoy. The road we are driving on now is known locally as the Viper Road. Look at it. People call it the Viper Road because of the endless vibration you feel while driving across it. The ground here was once covered by an ancient salt sea. Over 1,000 of years, the surface dried and formed countless small ripples and ridges. Driving over them created constant shaking and vibration. It's not difficult driving, but after a while, your whole body starts to feel it.
Baba, it's shaking so much.
Welcome to Maranjab. Look at the camel. Hello, Camely. What are you eating? You want to give him a bit back?
No.
He's coming. After a long drive on the Viber Road, we finally arrive at the historic Maranjab Caravansary. For 100 of years, travelers, merchants, and explorers stopped here while crossing the desert. Today is a meeting point for our convoy. One by one of the vehicles been arriving. Some of the cars heavily modified, some are stock. But everyone is here for the same reason: adventure. Then something catch your attention. Look at that, a Hummer. No, that's not something you see every day in the Iranian desert.
Wow, it's huge.
It's probably one of the biggest vehicles in today's convoy. Let's see how it handles the dunes later. Look at how they're driving. Before entering the dunes, everyone starts preparing their vehicle. Tire pressures are reduced, recovery gear is checked, radios are tested, and most importantly, we make sure everyone understands the rule. Today's convoy consists of the 12 vehicles. Some drivers have years of experience, others are still learning. And one driver is about to face his biggest desert challenge today. Look after them. Look at the Hummer. How are you feeling, Darius?
Honestly, excited, but also a little nervous.
That's normal. Today is your first real June driving experience.
Let's do it.
We leave the Caravansary and head toward one of the Maranjab's most famous dunes area, the bus dunes. Large rolling mountains of soft sand stretching as far as the eye can see. This is where the real adventure begins. Alright, Darius, time to engage four-wheel drive.
4L.
Yes, low range, nice and steady. Let the vehicle do the work. No sudden movements. Keep your momentum. And most importantly, look where you want to go, not where you are afraid to go. The convoy begins climbing, one vehicle at a time. Each driver waits until the vehicle ahead clears the dune. Then it's their turn. Okay, you're up, Darius. Nice and smooth. Keep going, keep going. More throttle. Perfect.
Good job, Darius. We did it. We did it. We did it.
That was amazing.
And that's only the first dune.
این خطه که پایین‌تر هست اومده توی این نتونسته مقاومت کرده فرمونو نگرفته توی گود ماشین همینجا برگشت یعنی کلاً 100 متر از کمپ نیومدیم بچه‌ها این خیلی مهمه هر کی متوجه نشد من دوباره توضیح بدم خودتون بیا اینجا من یه بار تو هم توضیح بدم چقدر بالاتر قدرت ما. آفرین. حالا اصلا میخوام یکیتون الان بره خط اصلاح کنه. فرام تو حالا نمیدونم فیلم میخوای بگیری. یکی میخوام بره اون تیغه رو همشو از رو تیغه ادامه بده. کی الان آماده است؟
منم میرم.
عالیه. تو هم برو.
My pizza.
What happened to the pizza?
No.
His pizza fell. بگی راننده پرام، بگی راننده یه ذره، بگی راننده باریکلا. این راننده رو بیش از حد بگیری این تای ماشین سر میخوره.
Maybe more pizza.
With every June, Darius becomes more comfortable. His steering improves, his confidence grows, and soon he starts reading the terrain like a true desert driver. The golden dunes seem endless. Every ridge reveals another valley. Every valley leads to another climb. This is why people fall in love with desert travel. The silence, the freedom, the beauty, and the challenge.
نعوذ بالله چشم حسودان که مرد مهر شد ایشان عادت سلوات چه میشم بشد کن مثل عقرب میشه زمانشان نعوذ بالله چشم حسودان که مرد مهر شد ایشان عادت سلوات چه میشم بشد کن مثل عقرب میشه زمان عادت سلوات چه میشم بشد کن مثل عقرب
Gravity.
Now that's a proper June. What do you think, Darius?
I don't know, but let's try it out.
That's a spirit. Remember, steady momentum. Don't panic. Commit to the climb.
Go to H. What?
شاگرد من وایسید.
No, never ever in the middle of the driving, never. Darius lines up the vehicle. The engine pulls hard. Sand sprays behind us. The nose points toward the sky. The horizon disappears. For a moment, all we can see is a blue sky. Then,
Yeah!
nice work. You just conquered one of the biggest dunes of the day.
That was incredible.
این ریاکشن ضعیف. وقتی گفتم کامل راننده همون لحظه باید میگرفت. همتون 2 متر سمت راست کروز دادید. 2 متر این بزن تو سر گاز. اگه دیگه داره کج میشه بزن تو سر گاز. گاز بده. گازتو پر کن. بابا این چیه؟ تو باید خیلی سریع گازتو پر میکردی. راننده نمیگرفت. بگیر راننده. برو نگرش ندار. آقا اون خروج درست بود. آفرین.
From the top of the dunes, the view is breathtaking. Wave after wave of golden sand. No roads, no buildings, just endless desert.
نه همینو بیا برو پایین.
Moments like these remind us why we come here.
خدنده برو پایین. هر وقت تای ماشین کج میشه بزن سر گاز.
Not just for driving, but for experience that stay with us forever.
نعوذ بالله چشم حسودان که مورد مهر شر ایشان عادت زن و عادت میشن قشد کن مثل عقرب میشه زمانشان
تو برو سریع اون پایین سه بکن. گاز بده 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 سریع بکنش سه بکن سه گاز بده بکن سه گاز بده گازو پر کن. اون آخر اگه کم آورد معکوس به دو. برو مستقیم پایین. دنده دو.
Pois não me engano que eu estou no já. Não me engano que eu estou no já. Olha só não anda te chama de good. Bis que ela não me deixa de voltar. Não sou velho não te chama de good. Que mor me ter salvation. Olha só não anda te chama de good. Bis que ela não me deixa de voltar. Não sou velho não te chama de good. Que mor me ter salvation. Olha só não anda te chama de good. Bis que ela não me deixa de voltar. مثل هر نابه میشه زمان شما نوزو بلما چشونه مذکوران که بردن بهتره شردهیشان آن اصلا وانتا چونشون تا چه بکن مثل هر نابه میشه زمان شما که مورد مهتره شردهیشان آن اصلا وانتا چونشون تا چه بکن مثل هر داده میشه زبانشان نوزو بلما چشم حسودان که مورد مهتره شردهیشان آن اصلا وانتا چونشون تا چه بکن مثل هر داده میشه
As the sun begins to set over Maranjab, our convoy starts making its way back.
بیاین بچه ها کنید این ارزی خیلی معمولیه ولی اگه سرعتتون کم باشه از حالت معمولی در و داستان غم‌انگیز میشه. باید اینجا رو قشنگ با سرعت سیایی که 8 با دنده 3 آمیکا با دنده 2
12 vehicles, countless jumps, and one very successful first-time sand driver.
I absolutely loved it. I can't wait to come back and do it again.
Next time, bigger dunes.
You heard him, Darius? Bigger jumps next time. بیا اینجا نیست نمیره از این ور فکر کنم بهتر باشه نزنی منو خیلی پوکه نه باید بره اینجا نمیتونه بیاد پوکه برو دیگه رفت. یا کن از اینجا باید بیاینا. اینجا وایسه، شما ببند اون سرشو. ها شما یه سرشو ببند. شما هم پرهامی؟ نه بیا. صاف شکل دارین؟ آره اونو
همین دیگه ردش کن جاشو باز کن.
This one is really stuck.
He's not going anywhere. Not without help. The tour leader walks back to his vehicle, opens the rear door, and pulls out a recovery rope. A few moments later, several drivers join him. Recovery points are attached. The rope tightens. Everyone step back.
Yes! They got him out!
آمریکا سفید برو. If you enjoyed today's adventure, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. Have you ever driven the sand dunes? What was your first experience like?
As you can see, the dunes are getting bigger and bigger. This is too much for a first time driver. Baba, can you please take over the rest?
No problem, Darius. I will take over. As the afternoon continues, the dunes keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Earlier in the day, Darius was enjoying every moment behind of the wheel. But after hours of the concentration, steering corrections, climbing dunes, and crossing soft sands, fatigue starts setting in. Inside the car, the mood changes.
Pana, I think I'm done.
Done? Already?
I've been driving for hours. My hand hurts, my back hurts, my brain hurts. I think it's your turn.
You survived your first desert driving experience. That's a win. Let's switch.
Dad's taking over. Now we're going to fly.
I've been driving a desert for many years. From region to Maranjab, from soft sand to salt flats. Every desert teaches you something new. But today, the desert has other plans. The sand is getting softer, the dunes are getting taller, and our convoy is starting to struggle.
نعوذ بالله چشم حسودان که مردم بهترین شد ایشان عادت سنوات چشم بشد کن مثل عقرب پیش زمانشان نعوذ بالله چشم حسودان که مردم بهترین شد ایشان عادت سنوات چشم بشد کن مثل عقرب پیش زمان عادت سنوات چشم بشد کن مثل عقرب پیش زمانشان Başına beni kadar istedim olacak Nerede beni değişiz olacak Ağzan o anda çıkışım başarı kul Biz bir arada değişiz olacak Navzu beni açışım açıdan Kim orada beni sen değişen Ağzan o anda çıkışım başarı kul Biz bir arada değişiz olacak Navzu beni açışım açıdan Kim orada beni sen değişen Ağzan o anda çıkışım başarı kul Biz bir arada değişiz olacak
Oh! Looks like someone is stuck.
He's buried.
Yep, lost momentum. Watch what happens. The driver slowly reverses. The sand falls away underneath the tires. He lines up again. More speed. More commitment. Second attempt.
Kim orada beni sen değişen Ağda sen o anda çıkışım başarı kul Mesle arada değişiz olacak Şöyle açılan Kim orada beni sen değişen Ağda sen o anda çıkışım başarı kul Mesle arada değişiz olacak Navzu billah şöyle açılan Kim orada beni sen değişen Ağda sen o anda çıkışım
Almost. Nope, stuck again. This is where experience matters. The tour leader jumps out of his vehicle, radio in hand. He starts directing traffic, one vehicle at a time, one dune at a time. No rushing, no mistakes. Okay, guys, nobody move. We'll clear this obstacle one vehicle at a time. Listen to instructions. Keep safe distance. Let's get everyone through. For nearly 10 minutes, it feels like the desert is winning. One car gets stuck, another car gets stuck, then another. The heat is intense, tires are digging, engines are working hard. Everyone is trying. But luck isn't in our side. Today the sand is incredibly soft. Every climb becomes a challenge. Drivers reverse. Try again. Reverse again. Try again. Some make it. Some don't. Well, that's not small.
We're going up that?
We are. And we have the last vehicle in the convoy. Let's do it. The engine grows. The tires float across the sand. The vehicle climbs confidently. Higher, higher, higher. Then over the crest. Smooth, controlled, exactly as planned.
خیلی پوشه روی عد چرخا بیا اینجا صفر شده باشه.
نعوذ بالله چشم حسودان که مورد مهر شد ایشان آد از زن و تا چه میشن بشه کن مثل عقرب میشه زمانشان نعوذ بالله چشم حسودان که مورد مهر شد ایشان آد از زن و تا چه میشن بشه کن مثل عقرب میشه زمان آد از زن و تا چه میشن بشه کن مثل عقرب میشه زمانشان Başım beni kaybetmek istemiyorum hocam Rağmen elimin ötesi sözüm Ağzını orada çıkışım da şimdi kur Hiçbir aradan bir şey sığmamışım Navzu belirle açışına açıdan Kim var bilmekleri senle işler Ağzını orada çıkışım da şimdi kur Hiçbir aradan bir şey sığmamışım Navzu belirle açışına açıdan Kim var bilmekleri senle işler Ağzını orada çıkışım da şimdi kur Hiçbir aradan bir şey sığmamışım مثل عرب میشه
رادیاتته خاموش کن خاموش کن خاموش کن.
Everything looks perfect until suddenly a loud impact echoes across the desert. The last vehicle in the convoy hits the dune hard, too hard. The front bumper digs into the sand. Everyone stops. Something isn't right. A driver jumps out, then another, and another. A green liquid starts pouring underneath the vehicle.
Actually, that's coolant.
Yep, Darius. That's not good. Not good at all. The impact damaged the radiator. Coolant is leaking everywhere. Without coolant, the engine could overheat. And in a desert like this, that could end the trip immediately. The convoy gathers around. The tour leader grabs his toolbox. Everyone starts discussing options. Many people don't realize how serious this is. If the radiator can hold coolant, the engine temperature rises rapidly. Once it overheats, several things can happen. A blown head gasket, a wrapped cylinder head, permanent engine damage, and the worst part, we are deep in the dunes. Recovery here isn't easy. A simple leak can become a very expensive problem. The tour leader cleans the damaged area, applies repair adhesive, waits, checks, waits again. Everyone watches. Nobody wants to hear bad news. Finally, coolant is added. The engine starts. No leak. Then another check. Still no leak. Chairs all around. The convoy is moving again. The two persons were there too. Having fun, Kian?
Yes, this is the biggest sandbox in the world.
What have you been doing?
I've been running, jumping, rolling, and watching the cars get stuck in the sand.
Which part was the best?
Watching the recovery and the giant Hummer and climbing the dunes and running down them and climbing them again.
So basically everything.
Yes, everything.
Would you camp here?
Yes, but only if there are snacks.
Important survival equipment.
The most important.
As the repair finishes, the sun begins its slow descent toward the horizon. The dunes glow gold. The temperature finally starts dropping, and for a few minutes, everything becomes quiet. With the radio repaired and daylight fading, the convoy heads toward one of the Maranjab most famous landmarks, a place known by many names, Sattan Hill, Father and Son Hills, and for some drivers, the place where dream goes to die. This massive bowl-shaped dune formation has become legendary among off-road enthusiasts. Getting in is easy. Getting out is another story. The steep bowls and soft sand create a natural trap. Drivers enter confidently, then discover they don't have enough momentum to climb back out. Over the years, countless vehicles have become stranded inside. Some for hours, some for entire days. Recovery teams know this place very well. And every weekend, curious spectators gather here to watch the action. Everyone leaves their vehicles. We climb the hill on foot. From above, we watch drivers attempting the impossible. Engine screaming, tire throwing sand, vehicles charging toward the rim. Some make it, most don't. One after another, they slide backward. The crowd cheers every successful exit and groans at every failed attempt. It's like the natural off-road stadium, created entirely by the desert.
خب نمیکشه ماشین دیگه
سنگین
نه آره دیگه نمیکشه دیگه نمیکشه نه خب
سبک باید
مرتاد نمیکشه دیگه داریش بابا ببین که کی لاک
سنگین
ببین
میدونین مثلا سنگین
آقا شما گشت آورتون فرق میکنه شما تو چند هست من همه رو سبک میگم
Looking back at the campground now, it feels like a different world. Maranjab isn't just a sand, it's a test. Today we saw it all. The struggle, the teamwork, and the sheer scale of the dunes.
من هم سرگاز به گود پدر پسر خوش آمدی. کسی تو هست؟
یک کیمتی گیر افتاده بدون راهنما داره جون میده.
Stop here.
نمیدونم ما فقط دود دیدیم. میدونی اونا آتیش روشن کرده. اون حج آره تیمو هم هست آره چی؟
Getting stuck? It's not a failure here. It's a wreath of a passage. Watching the convoy rally around each car every single time, that's the real beauty of this trip. You learn more about your vehicle and your friends in 10 minutes of recovery than you do in the 10 years of city driving.
That's the problem. They keep going. See, they keep going and going round and round. And sometimes they get. You go and do it?
We finally reached the walled dunes. They look like the fortress of sand. We decided to park up and just watch. Seeing the rest of the crew tackling the father and son dunes from the distance, you realize just how small we are out here. You can hear the engine straining, the tires biting, the tension in the air.
Not like that. Not like that. Oh, توی fortuner.
Of course, the desert always has a way of asking for tribute. A radiator issue, coolant leaking into the dunes, is part of the game. It's about patience. You don't just drive in Maranjab. You maintain, you fix, you adapt. We weren't getting anywhere until the engine was happy again.
Imagine if I fell down there.
I'm not coming fucking save you.
I mean, I could do it. Just walk there. I don't need to drive.
We pushed on towards Sattan mountain. The light is changing. The sun is turning deep orange, but the day is far from over. This is just the prologue.
Come on.
این باید بیاد یه بار بره دوباره بره یه دور بزنه بیاد بالاتر بعد بره بریم
We've got the night coming. The desert gets quiet when the sun goes down. It wakes up. If you thought today was an adventure, you aren't ready for what's happened next.
ما شروع کردیم از روی این حمله اومدیم تا اینجا غالبا این کوچه میان تا اینجا هیچ کس از تو نمیاد
The night party, the deep sand night driving, the cold wind, and the long road back home is all coming in the next episode. Darius just getting warmed up. If you enjoyed the chaos and the view, hit that like button. Let us know in the comments what's the toughest train you have ever had to recover a car from. And make sure you are subscribed. You do not want to miss the night run. It's even better than today. Trust me. The final light fades from the horizon. The desert begins transforming. Temperatures drop, the wind picks up, and our convoy still needs to find a campsite. Somewhere among these endless dunes, the adventure isn't over yet. In fact, it's only beginning. Because next time we will spend the night deep inside Maranjab Desert. Campfires, stories, stars, and everything that comes with the desert life. But that's for the next episode. To be continued.